start sharing the screen. Okay, so Sumita Puja, you can see my screen. You can just type a quick yes on the chat window in case you can see my screen.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that's great. Excellent. Thank you. So to begin with the webinar, okay. So first thing that I actually want to start off with is most of the times we come up into this kind of a webinar with a mindset that we are going to attend a demo session kind of thing. So people actually call it demo, right? You might have also got into that terminology. I don't like calling this as a demo or something. This is more of a webinar or a small orientation program that I call it. Okay, what are we here for? One thing that I definitely understand, that if you are sitting here in front of your computer and listening to me for next half an hour or 40 minutes, one thing is for sure, that you people are pretty much serious about taking up a training, upgrading yourself, making a good career. So that thing is there, right? So because you are, you could have actually done something else at this point of time, right? You could have gone for a movie, or you could have, done some sort of chit chat with your friend, but you did not do that. You decided to, come to this webinar, attend this, right? Now this becomes my responsibility to make sure that once you are into this, whatever half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever we spend in this webinar, I want this webinar to be very useful for you. That is the reason why I don't like calling it a demo session kind of thing. I call it an orientation program. So this should be, a program which helps you decide a lot of things, right? It should not just be one of those programs that go attend just for the sake of attending. Fine. So I have been working with candidates. I have been into interviewing people on this technology. I've been working on this technology for more than 8 years. The mobile development, actually. I've been working on it for quite some time. So I have been interviewing people. I have done the training programs. I have done corporate trainings. I have dealt with the project managers of some of the biggest clients. So I understand what sort of questions and what sort of the things you have in mind when you start deciding on taking up a new training program, something like an Android, right? So I will try to keep this discussion very much focused. I will try to make it as much useful as possible for you. So that is what we are actually looking at, right? So we will start with a quick welcome note. So that welcome note is nothing. It's simple introduction of you people. So I think we have two people here at this point of time. There's Pooja and there is Sumita. So firstly, I would want to understand from Sumita, if you can just give me a quick introduction of yourself. I just need a very brief introduction, about you, about your work experience in case you have, why Android, and what are your expectations in today's webinar. So these four things, that's it. You, your experience, why Android, and expectations from today's webinar. Four things.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
Sumita, please go ahead.
Thanks, Jit. Yeah, actually, myself, I'm working in Tata Consultancy. So I have worked for more than 3+ years, and I have worked all my projects are on mobile development only. The why I went to Android, like I wanted to learn Android, is that I have learned Android, I know the basics, but it was like 2-3 years before. So now at present I am in another platform, so I want to come back to Android. So
which platform are you into right now?
So at present I am in hybrid.
Okay, hybrid app development.
Yes. So actually my aim is to learn both Android and iOS. I know the basics of both the platforms, but all these were like 3 years before. So, and it's just only the basics I know. That is also one more thing. And I want to know the current trends, like how is it going? What is the trend at present in Android? Like what is the advanced state of Android? So I want to upgrade myself to the advanced. I mean, to the advanced state, like at present what is the major features, what all things have come across, all these things I want to know more about it.
Okay.
So that like if I can go back to Android, I can say that yeah, I can do better projects in Android as well as iPhone.
Right. Okay. That's really good. Good to know that. Okay. So now going back to Pooja. Yeah, Pooja, I have unmuted you. So can you just give a little intro about yourself?
Yes, my name is Pooja. I just did my BE in Information Technology from Pune University. I'm a fresher because I just did I just completed my engineering this year itself, 2014. And the reason I want to take on Android is because during my last year project, we did a project on Android itself. But we faced a lot of problems and had to take a lot of help from seniors and people who were already into this, into Android. And I found it very interesting, and that's why I was looking into Android or web development, but I was more focused on Android. And that's the reason I wanted to do it right now.
Okay.
And since I'm a fresher, I need to focus on one path in which I can, continue on for a long time, even in the future. And Android is one thing that is the latest trend. So that's why I'm choosing Android.
That's good. I think good to do that. I'll put you on mute again. Okay. So let us get started. I mean, I'm pretty happy that you guys have, the specific, objectives, and you have come to this webinar with those objectives. Very nice. So let us, get started with this webinar. So I'll start this with a few questions, right? Whenever we come to this webinar, or whenever we go and talk to some, training company regarding a training program, there are a few questions which always go in the mind. It is not different for you and me because we all are into the same boat, right? Some point of time you are looking for a training, and then I also keep on looking for training upgradations and all those things, right? So there are a few questions that come into mind. So let us get into that and let us understand. So I'll try to answer all your questions in this training program. First thing. So as I told you, I mean, we do understand you. I have been associated with Wikitrainings for more than almost 3 years now. Yeah, so more than 2.5 years, 3 years almost. I've been associated with them, and I've been doing the training programs for them. So by now, I also understand candidates very well. So whenever you decide or you are willing to go for a training program, there are a few questions that you have in mind. First question that you have is, do I need a training? Be a fresher, be an experienced person. First thing that we have in mind is, do I really need a training or not? Like Sumita said that she has already worked on Android 2 years, 3 years back. Now she feels that, okay, fine. Is there something new which has come up? Can I go and learn the advanced level of it? Okay. Pooja is a fresher. She feels that, okay, fine. I have already done my college. I need to get into some job or something. Do I need training? So this do I need training is, one big question that we have. The moment you have decided whether you need the training or not, the next question is which technology, where do you learn it, who should be the trainer, which training program, what timings, when I say timings, I do not mean 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. When I say timings, I actually mean what is the time frame that you are looking at to get that training done. Right. So these are a few questions. In case you have not thought of this, these are the questions that should be on the top of your priority list. Right. Now, what I'll try to do is I'll try to answer each of your questions one by one. First question is, do I need a training? In case you're still thinking on that, do you need training on yes or no? The answer is simple, straight yes. And I like this thing. If you are in IT, it is a must for you. If you are in it is IT. It is a must for you. What is must? Training is must for you, right? Any person who is into IT industry cannot say no to training, because saying no to training is saying no to the growth, progress, whatever. So that is what one of our candidates just spoke about. 2-3 years back, she worked on Android a little. Now she wants to get back into it.